Hey everyone, I hope you're having a good day, and today I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup for you. And I'm starting out with my Rimmel London Fix and Perfect in the number 2 face primer, and it is my favorite face primer of all time. So I just put that all over my face, down my neck. I just put it everywhere, on my eyelids, everywhere. Next, I'm using my CoverGirl Outlast, and I am blending that in with a round top kabuki brush from Sigma. I've been really liking using this brush lately with this foundation, and just putting that all over my face, down my neck, everywhere. Just giving myself a good coat of foundation. I'm also going to go in and do a second coat just because I like a more full coverage look. So I'm doing one more pump. So initially I did 2 pumps, and now I'm going in with just 1 pump and going over the main areas of my face that I really like extra coverage. And this foundation is very buildable, so it really does allow you to do that. When I use a brush, I have to use my fingers to kind of blend it in and pat it in, but that's okay. And next I'm using my CoverGirl with the Olay corrector, the eye corrector, and I'm using this for my under eye circles, and I really love this product for under eye circles and darkness, and I just kind of pat it in with my ring finger. I'm not sure what that face was. And next I'm using the Clinique, is the little milled powder in Glow, and I use that just to set my under eye concealer. And I'm using just a craft paintbrush from a craft store to set that underneath. Next I'm going to be using the Physicians Formula. It's the Cashmere something bronzing powder, and I'm using just a Bare Minerals powder brush, and I'm just bronzing my face all over, just giving myself just a healthy glow and some color. And I will contour in a second, but I'm doing this just to add color to my face because it just kind of livens you up a little bit, and I don't really have any tan right now. So now I'm going to contour, and I'm using my small contour brush from Sigma. My voice keeps squeaking, and I'm not sure why. And I'm using my Hoola bronzer from Benefit, and just kind of doing the normal contours down the nose, you know, the jawbones, top of the forehead, all that good stuff. And if it looks a little harsh, you can always go in and blend it out. So that's what I'm going to do, because I was a little heavy-handed, and so it needs to be blended. So once I get finished applying that, then you'll get to see me take my small kabuki brush, which I love that one. It's from Target's brand, the Up and Up brand, and it is an amazing kabuki brush, and I just am blending everything out, and blending always solves all of your problems in makeup world. So you can see how that just really blended out and looks much more natural. And now I'm going to apply my blush. This is a new blush I have from Essence, and I'm actually not sure on the color. I'll have to put it below. But it is just a perfect orangey coral color. It's definitely more on the orangey side, but it is a true coral too. And it's just kind of a satin finish, and I'm using a Sigma Duo Fiber brush to apply that, and I just think it's gorgeous for this time of year. Next I'm going to use the MAC's, the Archie Girls collection, and I'm using just the lighter part. You can swirl it all together to get a nice blush, but I'm just using the lighter part for my highlight and just doing the normal highlighting places. And I love using the small stippling brush from e.l.f. to apply my highlight. So just doing, you know, down the nose, forehead, cheekbones, and then I like to put a little bit of my Cupid's bow just to make my lips look a little bit more plump than they are. So now that I'm all highlighted, it's time to do my eyes, and I'm using my e.l.f. eyelid primer, which is my favorite eyelid primer of all time, and it's only $1, so that probably helps. And just blending that into anywhere that I will put shadow. And so up to my brow bone and underneath my lash line, because today I'm using shadow down there. I think the reason my voice is weird is because it's late. And I filmed this earlier today, and I'm just need to go to bed. But anyway, this is my new favorite brow pencil from Boutique, I think's how you say it, and it's from Sally's. It's like $1.99, and it's in natural blonde, and I find that it's just the perfect shade for me, and it's a really nice brow pencil. So I really like that, and filling in my brows, which is my least favorite thing to do when I'm doing my makeup, but I definitely think it helps. Since your eyebrows do frame your face, I do like to take care of them. And I'm hot. It was so hot in my room. And just combing those out with a spoolie, and they look a little super arched, and I'm not sure why they do, because they're not super arched, but I don't know. So anyway, just doing that eye. They're done now, and I'm using my Color Tattoo in Barely Branded. So it's just a nice shimmery kind of, you know, I don't know, champagne-y cream color, and just putting that on my lid up to pretty much the crease. And it would have worked for eyeshadow base too, but since I'm using eyeshadow in other places, like my brow bone and all that, I decided to do the primer. So I'm just blending this in to the crease. And of course I'm using my Naked palette because I love it and I use it all the time. And I'm going in with the Half Baked with a flat shader brush, and then using my MAC Fix Plus. And I'm going to apply the shadow wet. And for some reason my camera stopped and I did not realize it. So ta-da! There's my Half Baked on my eyes. And I took that up to the crease, but I didn't go into the crease. Now I'm just taking a blending brush from Sigma and going in with my Ulta Shadow in Camel, which is a dupe for Naked from Urban Decay. And I'm putting this in my crease and taking it a little bit up onto my brow bone. And so it's just kind of natural, I don't know. It just kind of blends out so that gold's not so harsh. But it's just such a great summer eye, and it's so easy. So just taking that in the crease and just, you know, blending, blending, blending. I've been loving this look and wearing it so many times. Now I'm just going back in with what I use for the highlight and putting that in my on my brow bone as my eyebrow highlight. And then I'm going to use that in my inner tear duct area too to brighten me up in there. Such a gorgeous highlight. Even though it's really considered a blush, I use it for everything. Now I'm going to take my Fix Plus and an angled eyeliner brush, and I'm going to wet the eyeliner brush and go back into the Half Baked just like I did on the lids. And I'm going to use that as liner on my bottom lash line. So I'm taking the gold down to the bottom. And when you use it wet, it just intensifies the color so much. And it just applies really easily. So it's almost like you have a gold liner. I just think it's so pretty. So taking that all down there on the bottom lash line. And it's a very simple eye. I'm not making it too heavy. And now I'm going in with, I think it's either a Maybelline or a Rimmel. I've been alternating those a lot lately. Just a dark brown. And I'm tight lining just to kind of intensify the lash line, thicken those lashes up. And also, so when I do my brown liner, which is by Jordana, you won't see a gap if I don't get it, you know, all the way to the lash line, because I've done the tight line and now doing the, you know, upper lid with that liner. It just really fills in any gaps and gives you a nice thick looking lash base. That was a lot of rambling there. I'm sorry. So now I'm just curling my lashes because that is needed for me. And I'm using my Maybelline 1x1 mascara. It's like the blackest black, but it's in waterproof. I love this mascara. It doesn't do like a ton for your lashes, but it's just a really great mascara. No clumping, it lasts. It's just, I really, really like this mascara. And I'm going to do one coat with that, and then I'm going to go in with my Rocket mascara and do a second coat. And this really just kind of lengthens them and gives them some volume, and, you know, it's just, I mean, it's a nice mascara. So I'm doing that for the second coat up top. And there I go. And then for the lower lashes, I'm just going to go back to the 1x1, and I usually just apply one coat to my lower lashes because they don't really need, you know, I don't want a lot going on down there. So just a simple one coat to the bottom lashes. And when I get finished doing that, I always seem to have a little mess somewhere around my eyes that I have to have a Q-tip and clean up everything. I do this every single time I apply mascara. So Q-tips are my makeup's best friend. So that is pretty much the eye look. Ta-da! And now I'm going in with, it's a Maybelline pink lipstick. I can't remember the name of it. I'll put it below, but it's pretty kind of hot candy pink. If hot candy is even, I don't know what that means. But putting just that on is such a nice springy summer pink. And then I'm going to top that with Smashbox's lip gloss in Pout, which is just a really great blue, pale pink, just kind of a bubblegum pink, and it's just so pretty. And that combo works really nice together, and I think it looks great with the gold eyes. So that is my look. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. See you later. Bye-bye.